Sapphire Pump machine for Regional Analgesia includes epidural and continuous peripheral nerve infusions. Turning on the Sapphire Pump, on-off switch button. We'll go through its system check. And we want to go to exit to go to startup. So what we want to do first of all is prime a new bag. So we have spiked a new infusion bag, local anaesthetic, in this case ropivacaine 0.2%, into its giving set, and you prime through the machine. Click on the prime button, disconnect from the patient, press prime, roughly takes about up to 10 mils to completely prime the line, so now we're going to set up a continuous local anaesthetic infusion. So what we need to do is make sure we're in the right mode. So in order to do that, you go to options, go to delivery mode, put in your password, which is the 2217 postcode. Press OK. You'll be prompted by a selection where it says epidural. Click on that, it will give you two options. So the two options, it will say PCEA, and this is what we would select for a continuous infusion, as opposed to an intermittent, which is for program intermittent boluses. So we select PCEA for continuous. We go to new infusion, a volume to be infused. So if you have a bag that has been primed, you would select 90. Otherwise, if it's an additional bag, you would choose 100. Your continuous rate, in this case, refer to your prescription, which was 8 mils an hour. OK. D bolus stands for demand bolus. So if it's continual rate, there's no demand. The demand bolus refers to as if it was a PCEA, where it has a handset where a patient could press. So we select 0. We do not require a loading dose, so we select no. We confirm with a second RN the program details, the volume to be infused as 90 mils, the continuous rate as 8 mils an hour with a demand bolus of 0. OK. Then you press start, making sure it is connected to the patient. It prompts you, would you like to prime before we start? We don't need to, as it's already previously been primed, so we can press start. So when it's running, it will have in big bold number that it's running at a continuous rate of 8 mils an hour. In the second box here indicates volume to be infused, which is 90, and how much has been infused in total. So 0.1 mils has been infused so far of the 90 mils, and it will count down with the time left. If we needed to do a clinician bolus, so while the machine is running, what we can do is view edit. Press that. It will prompt you with some bold selections, and one of those will be clinician bolus. Okay, so the machine terms it as clinician bolus. On the prescription, it will be termed as rescue bolus. Password again, postcode 2217. Okay. How much would we like as a rescue or clinician bolus? I'll put in this case 1 mil. Typically, clinician bolus can be anywhere from 1 mil right up to 5 mils, depending on what type of block it is. So it's giving you a confirmation to check with the second RN that you want to administer a clinician rescue bolus of 1 mil. Yes, I do. Press OK. It will indicate that it's giving a bolus at a rate of 200 mils an hour, and it will give a countdown of what has been infused and the time left countdown. Once it's been infused, it will give you an indication that it has delivered the 1 mil. Press OK, and it reverts back to its previous continuous rate. So what we're demonstrating now is how to change a rate. So when you want to change a rate, you must pause or stop the program. It's in pause mode. You'll have a few selections down the bottom. What we require is the view edit. Click on view edit. It will have a few selections there, and what we require is C rate, which stands for the continuous rate. Currently it's 8 mils an hour, and we want to increase the amount to the new prescription, which is 10 mils an hour. So click on continuous rate. In red we'll have the parameters, and we will select 10 mils an hour. Okay. So verify with the second RN that that's correct. Press OK. And still in pause mode, you must remember to click on request continue. Okay. The new rates will indicate on screen in bold, 10 mils an hour, and the countdown of the volume to be infused and time left. Now I'll show you how to change to program intermittent bolus. So what we must do first, stop, quit out of this program. We're currently in continuous mode, continuous rate. Quit the infusion. Go to options, because we don't know what mode we're in. Options. Go up to delivery mode. Place in your password, which is the postcode 2217. Okay. Click on epidural. Now what we require is the intermittent button. Okay. The PCEA indicates for continuous, and what we require is intermittent for program intermittent bolusing. Click on that. Now it will prompt you with new infusion or preset programs. So if you're first starting off a fresh program intermittent bolus regime, you must select preset programs. With PIB setup is pre-selected there. It will indicate what it wants to give. So if it was a fresh bag, it's been primed with 10 mils, so it has a remainder of 90 mils in there. It has a small amount, which is 0.1, which it automatically delivers when you first start off the program intermittent bolus, also known as PIB for short. Dose interval of 8, which is commonly used, and a continuous rate of 2 mils an hour. So we want to click OK. We have already primed, and we want to click on Start. It will prompt you whether we need to prime before start. In this case, it's already been primed. If not, then you can select Prime. You'll see for a moment there, it said 200. That was the bolus rate of 200 mils an hour that it delivered the 0.1 mils. Then it reverts back to the 2 mils an hour. And the same with the volume to be infused countdown with the time left. So what I'll show you now is how to change the settings, so we can change the amount of the program intermittent bolus and also changing the intermittent the intervals, the bolus intervals. So what we need to do first of all is go to stop or pause. We need to go to view edit, and starting from the top, we've got volume to be infused. To the right, we have intermittent dose. The prescription says that we require 30 mils of a bolus intermittent dose, and we have a continuous rate of 2 according to the prescription, and our dose interval was every 6 hours. So what we do first of all is go to intermittent dose, and we want to select 30. Confirm OK. All subsequent doses are set to 30 mils. Yes, it is. Check with the second RN. The same with dose interval. So the dose interval, it's indicated in the red that it's in minutes and then hours. So we want it every 6 hours. So we've got 0, 6, okay, and we need to add a few more zeros to indicate that it's 0, 6 hours and no minutes. Okay. Press OK. And we confirm that these match the prescription with the second RN. We press OK. Now we can request continue. Okay. So it's indicating 2 mils as a continuous rate. We got volume to be infused countdown as well as the time countdown. So with the bottom box, in 5 hours 49 minutes, the next intermittent bolus will deliver of 30 mils. So now I'll demonstrate that if a bag requires changing, pause the infusion, open up your lockbox and access the bag. So non-touch technique, okay. So I'll pretend so you got spike your new bag of rootpivocaine. Give it a bit of a tap. Secure it onto the pole. It's just indicating that it's in pause mode. And what we require is to reset the values of the volume to be infused, okay? Because it's a fresh new bag, it's a 100 ml poly bag, so we need to change that. So go to View Edit. At the top there, volume to be infused, and we want to indicate it that it's 100 mils. Okay. All the other values are unchanged as per the prescription. You can confirm with second RN that that's correct, and it's still in pause mode. We want to request continue. Okay. That's it. Alright, so now it comes time that an infusion is to be stopped. So the procedure for that is simply stop. It goes into pause mode, and what we can do is simply quit infusion, and we can press the on off button. It will prompt you press off to turn off the pump, which we will do, and that turns off the pump. Now if the infusion is complete and the therapy is complete and you don't require the giving set, all you need to do is open the door up and press the giving set, and it just comes out like that. And it's a reverse order if you have to load it in the giving set. So the hinge, and it will click, and you've got to remember to close the door.